Hello, it's Scott Manley here, and today I want to show you something called Megaton Rainfall. And yes, no, this is not the next part of my nuclear weapons series. It is, however, a video game that is more or less putting you in the shoes of Dr. Manhattan, or rather a Dr. Manhattan-like super being. You initially start out waking. You have the entity who calls you the offspring. And the entity will give you powers. The first power you are awarded in your quest to save the world, save the universe, is the power of flight. And interestingly, this game has, proper full-size planets. Well, I mean, they look pretty big anyway. They're maybe not full-size, but you have seamless transitions from space to ground and ultimately to deep space. Procedurally generated landscapes. The occasionally well-selected piece of furnishing, such as pyramids and Stonehenge and all those places that we know and love on our great planet. But beyond that, it also fills in, makes the planet alive by adding things like procedurally generated cities. And the cities are actually really important to the game design. So the cities, yeah, there are high-rises everywhere. Again, there's a few well-known features. This is obviously Dubai, or at least it's supposed to be Dubai, but I'm sure half those buildings don't actually exist in the real world. But yeah, you can see on the ground, we have cars and stuff driving around, and if you look carefully, you can actually see people walking around. Trees, all the trappings of modern day life, unfazed by the super being that is currently swooping overhead. After all, it is Dubai, and they are used to that jet man dude flying around, right? Yves Rossi and his jet thing. He doesn't fly nearly as fast as you can in this game. Also, he does not look like Dr. Manhattan, although I believe he has a similar hairstyle, the efficient hairstyle that I share with both of them. Anyway, yeah, each section of the game you catch up to the entity, which is basically a cube with a door that opens to some sort of collapsed dimension. It's called the Xeno Cube. It kind of looks like the Phantom Zone or something. In the middle, there is this big pulsating blob of energy, and accepting that into your body gives you the power of the Megaton Blast, which just makes me think of Bomb the Bass and Mega Blast. And that's part of the thing. You do have weapons now, you do have offensive capabilities, but they are not small. Obviously, the enemies are pretty big. Let's zap this one. Oh, he moved out the way! And I've just killed 24 people on the ground. So, right, you are completely indestructible. But the people on the ground certainly are not, and your weapons are just as likely to kill them as the aliens that are coming in, the intruders. We're not sure if they're aliens. Maybe they're intruders from another dimension. And I'm gonna say the controls are hellishly twitchy. I mean, I've tried to adjust the sensitivity a bit, but maybe I'm just not very good at first-person shooters, and your weapons, they fly very, very slowly. I think the point is that you feel like you have an awesome amount of power that you can barely control. Perhaps you are a person that has just been plucked from the world and endowed with these epic powers, and you have but a scant amount of time to learn how to not be a completely destructive idiot with these godlike capabilities. And when things go wrong, all those procedural buildings, they fall over just fine, they explode, they crumble. All those screaming people, they are all running around trying to get out of here, obviously. It really is a pretty cool concept, although it's not exactly a new concept. I mean, several blockbuster movies have, focused on the toll that these enhanced individuals, metahumans, whatever, their battles against great evils, what they do to the bystanders around them. Obviously, Spider-Man, Civil War, Batman versus Superman, they all go deep into this. And you get that awesome moment. This feels like a great moment. This is your reward. The music pauses and then drops again, and you're back straight into the action. Okay, what have we got here? It is like a big Imperial shuttle type thing, and unfortunately, where's the red spot? The red spot is the weak point. Well, I'm just gonna take it down. Okay, back, and there's another one coming out. Oh, crap. Oh, there's two of them. They've got friends. Okay, these things are no doubt going to start eating buildings using these giant chopsticks attached to them. That's what those clearly must be. I don't know what function those things could possibly serve. Other than kind of looking cool. It does make them look tall and building-like. Oh, come on. Oh, shoot, sorry, I destroyed your penthouse. Oh, do you see that? The red spot there? I'm not very good at this. I'm totally gonna agree I am bad. Oh, look! It just smashed that building. Wait, where did it go? Oh, look at the building die! That's so unfair. Let's just kill it. Yes! Whew. Ready. Ready for the music to drop again. Okay, you get the idea. You've got a lot of that music going on in the background, and the game developers have made a decent effort to kind of synchronize it and make it match up to the action on screen. And then at the end of the level, the aliens drop one of their flashy glowy things, known as xenospheres, but really it doesn't matter. You get a little report card, again, number of xenospheres, completely made up word. You can actually just, pause for a second, stand in the middle of a road, or actually standing is hard because you tend to be unaffected by forces as weak as gravity. Or, for that matter, you appear to be unaffected by electromagnetic forces because those cars are just passing straight through you. It's almost as if they didn't put collision or AI in all these vehicles. So, I mean, look, this game does a lot of things right in theory. Oh look, there's Houses of Parliament in completely the wrong place. Did somebody move the River Thames, or did they just put a bunch of trees over it? I think that's what happened. I mean, I could conceivably believe that the Thames got dirty enough that trees were able to grow in it. Oh god, it's a big alien, screwy, beastie, boring. It's Elon's super boring machine. Oh crap! Okay, gotta shoot both red bits on it. Oh no, it's going through that building! Damn it! Thank you. Oh man, it's like always the people just getting in the way of my mega powers. Where is he there? This is it. Come on, shoot the red thing. Yes! Brilliant sniping. Red sniper. Awesome. Okay, now, oh, there's another boring thing. Where is it? Get it! Get it! Yes, shattered its red bits. Now, find the rear. Shoot it in the butt. Oh, crikey, shot some trees, and probably some people filming this for social media. Social media is bad. If there's things exploding, don't hang around to video them because you are likely to be killed. Okay, what is this? It looks like a space sperm, and I can use freezing. I can use time freezing, but time freezing takes forever to restart. Okay, in here again. Very careful. Shoot it. Shoot it. Yes. Yes. That is good. Now, where is the next enemy? It's hidden around. Oh my! More of these space mace things. Oh crap! You said there. You see the buildings just getting demolished. Oh, of course, I'm worried about getting hit by the building falling, but I'm completely invulnerable. What is this? They're like towing a load on a chain. It's like a giant alien ball and... Oh, come on! Oh! Thank you! Oh, God! Oh, man! You know what? At the end of each level, it should put up a list of procedurally generated names of casualties. That would make the thing even more hilarious. And... well, hilarious is perhaps the wrong word. I don't have my time freezer fixed. Thank you! Thank you. The world is a little more safe than it was a few minutes ago. But a little more destroyed as well. But a little less destroyed than it would have been if I hadn't been here. I would hope. I'm presuming the aliens would not stop until we destroyed everything. Holding on to that thought is the only thing that lets me sleep at night. So after the third mission, the Xenosphere entity dude decides to go chilling in the middle of the ocean. And indeed, you can go underwater.
We now have 3 xenospheres.
Of course, he sounds like this regardless of whether he's underwater, in space, or whatever. So I'm guessing this is supposed to be psychic, telepathic communications.
Cultivated. They have to survive as the chosen people. They, and not the intruders, until my advent comes.
So I'm gonna say, I haven't actually completed the game, but I do not trust this entity. He speaks too much of the advent when they can come, and I mean, I'm saying he, could be a she, it's probably genderless because it's a being of awesome power that likely reproduces or doesn't reproduce. Okay. But then, yes, superluminal flight, and this lets me go beyond the Earth. Follow me. So yeah, again, every time you'll get this whole follow me sequence where you pretty much just have to fly, and it'll give you a quick tour of the world. Some sights, you know, at the start they show you like the aurora, they show you some cities, but now we're getting to go out into deep space, and there are planets out here. There's the asteroid belt. Not physically correct, I will point out, since, you know, asteroids tend to be much further apart, but maybe I can see those because of my super senses. Okay, and that's... I think that might be Europa or Ganymede, I don't really know, I'm moving too fast and I can't see which one's which. I can see the plane of the Milky Way, which is somehow aligned with the rings of Saturn, which it is not in real life. Sweet, you can actually fly into the rings and see the debris. That's really cool. Like, so again, there's many things this game does right for me, but I'm gonna say it is a deeply flawed title. Obviously, a lot of people complain about the controls, which I've, you know, kind of sort of justified, but man, the game is apparently very short. There are lots of weird glitches, and frequently, since it's all about escort missions, it frequently feels incredibly unfair. I think Mercury is not that close to the Sun. Well, I mean, I know Mercury is not that close to the Sun. So I really wonder what the scale of things are, since we don't have any human scales to measure this thing by. Okay, and the speed is very hard to maintain a constant speed there. We're back at Earth again. And we're going to the moon, where we're going to have a little bow-wow on the surface. I'm surprised that he didn't decide to talk to the glowing blue bald dude. Oh, actually, he's more like mauve dude. On the surface of Mars. I think that might hit some copyright issues. So yeah, after every little powwow with the entity, you get new superpowers. Yeah, obviously, I've now got the ability to use a super-powered Megaton Blast, or Gigaton Blast. I've got the ability to stop time for a fraction of a second. And I also have a Heat Ray, which you basically, it's like a... focus on it for about a second and then it kills. Of course, inevitably, as soon as you deploy that thing, it will move out of the way and you're heat raying the buildings behind it. So the game actually works in VR on the PlayStation, I believe. And unfortunately it does not have VR support on the PC, which is kind of frustrating. Although, to be fair, it would probably make me incredibly motion sick if I actually tried to play it that way. Oh look, we got one of these things. It's coming down the side of the building. Shoot it, shoot. Oh wait, it's splitting up. Which one do I shoot? Shoot that one. Oh no, that's the thing. That's it. That's the... Oh, I see! Okay, well, I'm sorry I killed all you people in the ground. I'm gonna say the casualty numbers for losing a level seem to be pretty low, given that there are billions of people on Earth, but, you know, I think, the game is just, obviously setting reasonable limits. These are some big things. Let's use the Megaton, or the Gigaton Blast. That's right. So yeah, look, the game, I really want you to understand, take a look at the reviews. A lot of people have issues with this title. It is very short, and it's just, can be very hard. It can feel very unfair and arbitrary. You're going to be frequently finding out that you lose a level for just nothing other than bad luck. There's a helicopter flying by. What are you doing flying around in a helicopter when there's aliens nearby? Yeah, these things come up. You cannot shoot them with normal lasers. The heat ray will kill them, but yeah, you see I destroyed everything else. And they drop these nuclear bombs, which you just want to get out of here because the nukes will destroy whole buildings. Oh man. Okay, look. Big explosion destroying huge chunks of landscape there. Not good. That's obviously, thankfully I did it high enough that there weren't any serious casualties. So what you're supposed to do is use your telekinesis to grab the bombs. Oh crap. Yeah, no! Now wiping out huge parts of the city. So look, beyond the basic fighting the intruders game, there's also another whole subquest thing which pretty much involves flying around the universe looking for these markers, for these signs that unlock mysteries of life and what you're doing. So yeah, you can fly out. This is in the solar system. This is one of the moons of Jupiter. It is unfortunately very hard for me to tell when I'm this close, since everything just looks like a grey procedural landscape when you get close to it. Okay, there's actually slightly different colours of procedural landscape. However, the rotation axis of Jupiter is at 90 degrees to what it should be. I am sort of disappointed by that. Obviously, this is another moon where gravity is just not really working very well against my godlike capabilities. So yeah, the rotation of Saturn is wrong, the rotation of Jupiter is wrong, who cares, whatever. But yeah, beyond flying out in the solar system, you can just keep flying straight, and as you get further out, there are stars. And as you get even further out, there's a galaxy. This is obviously very much scaled down. It says you can fly at something like 1 trillion times the speed of light, but I don't think this is full-on elite or space engine style scale, so I suspect the planets are very much scaled down. So yeah, they flash these little lights. These are the signs you're looking for, and I'm not sure if you have to get close to them or whatever, but let's just keep moving in and trying to find these things. At the tip of a little finger of a nebula, there lies a sign which will elucidate further on the nature of reality. Find it there and it will speak to you. And it may even open a box, a Pandora's box, a box of xenospheres. I don't know, why do they call it xenosphere when it's inside a box? Maybe the xenosphere is inside the box, so what's the name of the box? Here, look, so we have a whole universe to explore, but I'm not sure how much content is in it. I'm pretty sure it's largely barren planets all over the universe, but hey, it is interesting that they have this capability. You know, when you see Star Citizen showing off its procedural cities, guess what? This game has full planets with procedural cities that you can blow up, although you're not supposed to. So, as I said, yeah, I didn't get given this game. I just saw it advertised on Twitter. It was like, you know, that looks fun. I'll buy it. It was like $16, which is, you know, sometimes frequently what I pay for lunch. I mean, and it's certainly given me more enjoyment than many lunches I paid $16 for. So there is that. It's deeply, deeply flawed. Beware of the reviews. Do not assume that it is going to be life-changing. And yeah, it isn't my typical gaming fare. There's not so many spaceships in this. But I did enjoy. I've enjoyed what I've played so far. I've played a few hours, and it has a lot of things to recommend about it. It's one of those. It's like one of those movies where you're like, oh, if only they'd fixed this one little thing, it would feel a whole lot better. So yeah, Megaton Rainfall. It's on Steam. It's on GOG.com. It's on PlayStation, and yeah, it works with PlayStation VR. So yeah, if this appeals to you, check it out. I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.